Good Monday morning. This is the NorthOps Fire Weather Webcast for Monday, June 2nd, 2025. Large-scale mid-level water vapor imagery from Sunday afternoon through this morning shows high pressure building into the Pacific Northwest as a fairly dry low-pressure system moves southward along the California coast. Elsewhere, a moisture-laden low-pressure system is moving across the southwest U.S., and a general low-pressure trough exists in the vicinity of the Hawaiian Islands. This morning's true color visible satellite imagery with surface observations shows Canadian wildfire smoke above the surface across much of NorthOps. Low pressure centered southwest of the Bay Area, marine layer low clouds and fog in and around the Bay Area, and a marine stratus surge rapidly advancing north along the Mendocino coast. No lightning nor precipitation of significance was observed in the last 24 hours across NorthOps, but it should be noted that SouthOps received over 5,700 lightning strikes, mostly over their western mountains Saturday, and over 3,400 strikes Sunday, with most of those over the central to southern Sierras. A red flag warning is currently in effect until 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time this evening for gusty winds with low RH across much of the Sacramento Valley. The 60 GEFS 20,000 foot level forecast shows the upper level low west of the coast and the low over the southwest this morning as another trough across the northern Rockies moves through. Tonight, NorthOps will be under weak building high pressure as the low continues to move southward west of the coast. Tuesday into Wednesday, weak low pressure troughing develops from the north over mainly eastern portions of NorthOps. This weak trough centers over SouthOps Thursday through Friday. This then morphs into a weak low off of the Southern California coast this weekend, while high pressure generally dominates over NorthOps. Monday, the offshore trough weakens, sending light southerly flow northward. The GACC Wharf wind and RH forecast shows breezy to windy northerly gusts over the central and northern Sacramento Valley and across most of the ridges this morning, along with low to very low RHs, some in the teens to single digits. The northerly flow across the Sacramento Valley weakens this afternoon, but the low to very low RHs will continue. Meanwhile, breezy to windy northerlies will continue along and inland from the north coast and then expand across the north this evening through tonight, with gusts 30 to 50 miles per hour likely across Del Norte County this evening. Poor to moderate RHs are likely Tuesday morning, along with breezy to windy north to northeast winds from the north and west Sacramento Valley and ridges to the west of it. The dry and breezy to windy pattern then continues Tuesday through Wednesday across northern areas, while dry and gusty westerlies push across the Bay Area into the interior valleys. The lightning flash density forecast from the European model guidance indicates a possibility of lightning around and especially south of Lake Tahoe this afternoon to evening, then across a slightly larger area Tuesday. The possibility of lightning decreases Wednesday. Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, it's lesser but doesn't completely go away. This CNRFC 6-day precipitation forecast into early next Sunday morning, June 8th, shows some light precip of less than 1/10 of an inch across some mountain areas. The NorthOps 7-day significant fire potential outlook shows moderate risk across the mid-coast to Mendocino PSA today and Tuesday, and across the Sacramento Valley foothills PSA through Wednesday. Low risk is otherwise forecast for other areas and on other days, except for some relief from the marine layer expected across the Bay Marine and North Coast PSAs later this week into the weekend. SouthOps is forecasting some low risk across the Sierra Foothills, Central Valley, and Central Coast through the 7-day forecast period, with little to no risk forecast elsewhere until Thursday through the weekend, when low risk is forecast for their desert areas. In summary, a red flag warning remains in effect through 8 p.m. today for much of the Sacramento Valley for gusty winds with low RH. Breezy to windy northerly winds with poor to moderate RH recoveries and min RHs in the single digits and teens generally continues Tuesday and Wednesday, but with some variability in details. Breezy to windy westerly winds with low RH will continue to push across the Bay Area into the interior valleys through Wednesday. Westerly flow weakens some and becomes west-southwesterly later this week into early next week. There's a slight chance of thunderstorms in the Sierras around and mainly south of Tahoe this afternoon and evening. Lingering slight to very slight chances of thunderstorms linger across some mountain areas through the 7-day period, but lightning activity is likely to be minimal. This concludes today's Fire Weather Webcast.